From MTV's 10 on Top, Lene Dunn is joining us on the line to talk about all things celebrity and pop culture. And actually, you know what? We're almost neighbors. I'm originally from Winnipeg. Hey, Lene.
Oh, really? Hey, Jeremy. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm in Tennessee right now, and I just woke up a little bit ago, so...
Everybody's buzzing about the celebrity world. Of course, we're in the midst of awards show season, and now I know, you've lived in, small towns and different places, and me being a Canadian prairie boy at heart, heading to a red carpet and even just talking with celebrities is weird. I remember knots in my stomach the first time I was on a plane going to LA to cover an event. So what did you think the first time you met a celeb? Do you remember even who it was?
The first time, I think, was like when I was 10, and I went to Disney World with my parents, and I didn't even know who I was meeting, but my dad did, and he was like, here, he's like, take a picture and get their autograph, and I remember being excited but not really knowing why, and I actually, after the picture, I looked at it, and I was like, what? And then I was like, wait, I don't even know who this is. I don't really remember who it was.
Let's talk about, though, red carpet fashions, right? We're in the midst of awards show season. Now, last week on our show, our question was, do you glam it up or is less more? So what's your take? You're getting ready for a red carpet event. Does it matter which event it is, or is a red carpet and you should always, go in style? Like, what would you be doing to get ready?
Oh, yeah, I think it totally depends on the event and the red carpet. I mean, yeah, if it's like a fancier one, like, dress it up. And if it's more, more casual, definitely don't. I think, like Golden Globes, I'd say definitely dress it up. Grammys, dress it up. I think no matter what, you definitely, girls should have some cute heels on or just really awesome shoes and, like, a really cute dress. I think short versus long kind of depends on the type of personality and the event. You can have some long dresses that aren't so glam. I wore one to the VMAs it was like long, but it looked, kind of more like prom, younger feel than more like glam. So I think definitely depends on the dress, depends on the person. I've seen people wear jumpers, which kind of tones it down a lot, and I don't think that would be for Golden Globes, but they're like long jumpers, but I think some people can definitely pull it off. So yeah, it totally depends.
We noticed at the Golden Globes a lot of this whole, like, slit down the middle. It's like all the women were ready for open heart surgery. Is that the new style? Like,
maybe Angelina Jolie kind of started that with her cute little, like, thing.
Yeah.
Comes out when she, like, stands. But I don't know. I think it's definitely just kind of a little sexy for girls to show a little leg. I think it's just, like, a cute way to dress. I'm definitely a fan of that.
Now, what's your take? Are award shows overrated? Coming from one person who, talks with celebrities to another, is it too much of, like, Hollywood patting itself on the back? I mean, do people even remember who won Best TV Drama at the People's Choice Awards, even though it just happened earlier this month, or who won Best Sound Editing at the Golden Globes? I mean, what's the real purpose of these? What do you think of award shows?
I mean, I think the people who won them remember. I think for some of those, that's kind of, like, the biggest deal is, like, those people who don't always go unrecognized who get the awards, so, like, Best Editor, or, like, Best CD Artwork. Some of those things are, like, people who, like, aren't celebrities themselves, but, like, are like, oh, you haven't forgotten about me, and I think that's, like, a really cool thing, so it's not all, like, top male vocal of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so I think that's, like, an aspect. Otherwise, I think you can really tell and remember the people who come out on top. Like, One Direction really won at the VMAs this year. Like, this was their year. And I think they're, like, all their fans, and a lot of people, like, remember that. Like, this is their year. Like, a couple years ago, Taylor Swift, not even a couple years ago, just recently, Taylor Swift won, like, Entertainer of the Year at the CMAs, like, multiple years in a row. And it wasn't just her year, it's, like, her run. So I think definitely, people are, like, trending, and I think that's kind of the purpose, too, just keep up on pop culture.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to play some more music, but when we come back, we're going to talk about who you think will be trending and what we should be watching for in 2013. Or we're going to have more with MTV's Lene Dunn right after this. Still chatting with 10 on Top's Lene Dunn. Check it out on MTV. Lene, you follow Celebrity Buzz, so let's get talking about that. I mean, Justin Bieber is always making headlines. He's had a rough go at 2013 so far. Does he even have to do anything to trend? I mean, you watch this kind of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I definitely keep up on it, and we feature a lot of it on my show. I'd say to trend, he doesn't really have to do a lot, but it's probably going to trend no matter what. So yeah, I've seen some really ridiculous stories. Or when he met the Prime Minister of Canada, he definitely trended for wearing overalls and a baseball hat.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was funny because if anybody else met the Prime Minister wearing that, I don't think it would be as big of a deal. And I mean, maybe he should have dressed up, but I don't think it was as big of a deal as most people made it out to be. They're pretty stylish overalls.
So in 2012, though, who was the most talked about celeb? Was it Bieber? Like, what was the biggest story?
I'd say definitely in 2012, Bieber and Selena Gomez they were a pretty hot topic on our show and all around MTV, or as the teen world says, Jelena, or as a lot of the world says. Also, towards like the end of 2012, Taylor and Harry Styles, who've recently just broken up after the new year, but they were also pretty big news. So in the teen heartthrob world, that is what is going on.
Mm-hmm. Now, people are saying, let's remove your connection to MTV for a second here, but people are saying Buck Wild is the new Jersey Shore. Is there even like a comparison between the two that you can draw? Like, are they're completely, I don't know, I think they're two completely different groups of people. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually haven't had a chance to catch a full episode yet, but from what I understand was just talking to people and executives who were on the show, I think it definitely has the aspect where, it's like a group of friends who aren't like scared to get crazy and have fun. But otherwise, no, I think it's, Jersey Shore is in New Jersey and Buck Wild is, it's definitely down south. I can't remember the exact state, but yeah. Buck Wild is down south and kind of more, definitely a little southern twang there. Mm-hmm. So I think New Jersey is a couple of leopard print bed sheets far away from that.
All right. Well, sticking with down south, though, I mean, everybody is still talking about Honey Boo Boo. Like, who should we be watching this year? Who's going to have a big 2013? So, is it Kim and Kanye? Maybe Bieber's finally going to get arrested? I mean, what's your prediction for 2013?
Well, I actually did hear, I guess Buck Wild did have a pretty strong lead-in, so it'll be interesting to see, like, how they, if they do catch on to, like, a long-term thing. So, a little spoiler for it, I heard, one of the guys drives a garbage truck, and they decided to, like, turn the inside of a garbage truck into a pool where they all swim in it, and I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, so, if you want to watch people swimming in garbage trucks, I would totally recommend it. And I do think, with Teen Mom, a lot of it is filmed in South, like, a lot of the girls are down South, and that, it totally works, Honey Boo Boo. There's definitely, like, a trending South theme coming up, like Nashville, the show Nashville is definitely, like, a huge hit, so something about the South.
I have to tell you, we've got a couple big TVs in one of our meeting rooms here, and so we're all sitting around the table. One of the TVs was behind me one day, and I noticed everybody just had these mortified looks on their faces. And we're talking like early afternoon, and so I'm like, what's going on? So I turn around and look up at the TV, and there's a birth happening. Teen Mom was on, and I just thought, do we really need to have this on? I don't know. I just think TV is getting more outrageous, and I guess that's what people are wanting to see, and that's a running theme with all of these shows, right?
Yes, I do agree. I think a lot of them have very similar themes. Although some of them, I'm a huge Modern Family fan, so I hope that goes on like forever. Even like when they're all in nursing homes, I would love to watch that. But I don't know. So I think that's very lighthearted. I definitely filmed not in the South, and I think it kind of breaks trend with a lot of things. I like Once Upon a Time. I really like The Secret Circle that got canceled. But yeah, I think there's definitely things that aren't in like the southern crazy mode that are doing awesome. Okay, so you've got a lot on your plate, a lot of stuff going on. 10 on Top is heading back into production, right? Yes. Yep, February 2nd, I believe. Whatever the Saturday is around the first week of February. That is our first show back after the new year.
We'll be watching for that. Lene Dunn, MTV's 10 on Top Saturdays, of course, on MTV. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.